everybody, and welcome to our 8-week conclusion, like 8 weeks in my new home as a puppy. Our last conclusion is about 4 weeks ago, so today we want to show you what has changed since then. The things we want to talk about today are staying home alone or in a room alone, then commands, taking some rest and ignoring, then potty training, and how I deal with other dogs and people. But let's start with being alone, which is definitely the hardest thing for me and also for my parents, because for me it's even difficult to stay alone in one room. When I'm with my mom and she leaves to the kitchen, I always run after her and I follow her. Like, I can't stay alone in one room, and if she makes me stay alone, then I start to whine and I start to cry. So that's very, very difficult, and we really started to work on that daily. But before we get into it, let me first show you a video of how bad it really is. So this was basically me when my mom left our home and Dad was still there, and I was like crying for 20 minutes. And afterwards I calmed down a little bit. I was still irritated, and for my parents it's just like so irrational because my dad was still there. And we think that maybe it's a problem because my parents are both self-employed, so they spend a lot of time at home and work from home. So I'm very used to them being around. And we definitely need to take more care of that as soon as possible. So we really started to do daily exercises. And right now I'm staying in another room with the door closed. And I always get my favorite snacky. And that works very well. I can stay alone with it for like 15 minutes or so, and we just like try to increase the time. And also my parents are trying to train me that it's normal for them to leave the house and then come back, so they just do it so regularly now. They go outside for like 10 seconds, come back in, go outside for 2 minutes, come back in, or half an hour. And it's just like our priority number one to get this difficult topic of like being alone or being left alone in one room, and to just like turn it around into a good thing. What works really well for us, on the other hand, is the topic of commands. I'm such a smart puppy and I love to learn new things, so my commands are really good. I can already do so many of them. I can do a very good sit, twist and turn. My wait is really good. I can like go into another room with food and then get the command wait, and I don't touch the food until I get the command okay. And our daily work and exercise definitely pays off. So we daily train that with like 1 or 2 food portions of my dry food. And my parents make sure to teach me new commands and just like renew the old ones. And also what's working very well for us is the command of the recall, which is important for us because I can already run around off leash when there's like a quiet area with no cars and no other people, of course. But we're very, very happy with it, and also very proud of that I'm such an eager to learn and smart puppy. The third grade topic that is going very well is the balance between resting and activity. By now my parents have really found out the sweet spot of resting enough but also having enough activity so I don't get bored and want to destroy stuff, but also I don't get too overly excited and too active in order to destroy stuff because of that, because I'm sleep deprived. So my parents have really found the sweet spot of getting activity but also getting enough rest. And when they try to calm me down, they always do that through like chewing on a bone, which works really, really well for us. And that's just like a thing that we've mastered by now, and we're very happy with that because it helps with our routines and with our daily life. Another thing that my parents are especially happy with is my progress with potty training. They're especially happy because I can finally sleep through the night since about 2 weeks or so, and I sleep from like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is really good for us. And it's just like I can hold my pee and I don't need to go potty during the night, which helps us so much. But what still is the case is that my parents still need to take care of my potty training. So they make sure that they go outside with me often, and I don't bark or anything in order to tell them that I need to go potty. but we've also made another video on potty training, and I'll link it for you guys up here if you're interested in the topic. And then the last great thing is that I'm so good with other people and other dogs. And we're not very sure, maybe it's just also my character, but also my parents made sure that when I was a tiny puppy and I just moved in with them, we only had like contacts with dogs we know and with people we know, so that I wouldn't have a bad experience when I'm a super small puppy. And I think that really helped, because I really love every other dog I see, and I really love every other person I see, and I always want to get petted by them, and I always want to play with other dogs. So that's very helpful for us. But maybe because also I'm a super social dog, that's why staying alone is even more difficult. We don't know, but yeah, that's just like the case. And that was my little recap of being with my parents for 8 weeks now. I'm 16 weeks in total, and I hope that you really liked this video and it gave you insights into what maybe you can expect with your puppy or how it could go, because it's not always easy. Some things are very difficult, such as like being alone for me. And I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel, because in the next video I'm going to tell you about my daily routine and what works for us. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to my channel, and then we're going to see each other in the next video.